What's up, my people? It's Matt, and it is Bloodthirsty Thursday. I hope each and every one of you are having a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk. All of that fantastic stuff. I hope you're with some family or some friends, loved ones, whatever it is that makes you happy in life. Hopefully that you're doing it right now. And something that would make me very happy in life would be if you guys like, share, and subscribe. I see there's been some new faces that have subscribed recently. I thank you guys very, very, very much from the bottom of my heart for checking out my content. I always remember Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. I will do a review a day. Unless permitting of a holiday, or sometimes I get just a little too busy and I'm unable to squeeze it in on the schedule. So keep that in mind. And if you ever want to know a little bit more about the film, I always do put a basic synopsis, cast, crew, and a link for the trailer in the description box. So do keep that in mind, folks, for every one of you that are new, or some of you that have been around here for a while that haven't do not know that. But anyways, I know I mention that sometimes, quite often. But I like to keep you guys in the loop, especially new folks around here. Now let's move on to today's feature. Today's feature is very, very silly and fun, much like all the other Warlock stuff I've reviewed, which I did DBQ and which was amazing, and then Death o' Lantern, which is my favorite so far out of the three I've seen. I do have three more I need to see out of that collection. I got two of them on the way, and then I just need to get one more. As soon as we get some more money in the bank, we'll go ahead and pull the trigger on that one. Anyways, so today's movie was made in 2012. It states on the back the fake year that it was made was 1988. So that's the one thing I really, really love about these silly little features from Warlock. They film them and they 100% give it everything they have on the characters for the belief that it is the 80s, which is freaking awesome. I love it. It has that look. It has that feel. The acting is just as hokey and fun. The storylines basically follow a lot of the same tropes that a lot of a lot of more popular horror films follow. They just are delivering the context that they're delivering it in is just absolutely hilarious, and it's perfect because it mocks the tropes in the system for a little bit, and basically shows that you can make something fun without taking yourself 100 too seriously, but taking it seriously, if that makes sense. All right, like I said, 2012, this one came out, and it's only about 38 minutes. It's not a very long feature, much like all the other Warlock stuff. They're not very long. They tend to be under an hour, which I don't know if all of their stuff was, but I know that the ones that I have seen are. And then I know that one of them that I did order, which is Happy Holidays, that one's going to be under an hour, I believe. And then my evening with my great aunt Bedelia, I got that one on the way as well. And that one, look out for both of those sometime in the near future, because I will be reviewing those, and I also will be reviewing a little weird film called Mondo Bizarro. Well, it's not just one film, it's a collection of films that are like PSAs for kids and stuff like that. Very interesting stuff. So do check out stuff over at sovhorror.com. I know I say that a lot. I've said that a lot here in the past 2 weeks, but they were very awesome to let me screen a number of their titles and hook me up with with that opportunity, which was amazing and very life-changing when it came to doing some reviews, because I'm able to pick up some traction on a label that will, fingers crossed, hopefully it will be a bigger label in the future, because it Tony does do amazing work on their transfers. He always stacks the special features. Much like this one, you get an introduction by the Warlock, as always, which I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. It's the Dingleberrys, which is fun. Well, and as usual, you get the introduction by the Warlock. You got some cast and crew interviews from back when they filmed it in 1988. I mean 2012. That are very, very fun and silly, and you got a very special appearance by Aaron Neville in there, or at least a guy that does an amazing job doing an impression of him. It's hilarious, and you got to look through the special features to get that, guys. Which the special features, there's a lot of, or there's a number of things on there. They're not super long, which is nice to check out. A couple of like 4 or 5 features, and you've spent basically that remainder of the time for that feature length film there. So if you go through watching the film by itself and then watch the features, you've basically got that. So that's you've gotten a feature-length film all in all. And I highly, highly suggest checking that out. Now let's take a look at this here cover artwork. Isn't that just freaking awesome? And, this always cracks me up, Berrys, and shouldn't it be IES? That was, to my understanding, how the English language works, which it's funny when you watch the trailer a couple times it does spell it Dingleberrys IES, and then at the very beginning and the very end they spell it the RRY, which is very funny. That's the front artwork. Very cool. It's that nice little retro VHS look, which I really, really like. It's very and this looks so crisp and so clean, and like the case, it just pops. And then, like I said, here's your special features. We got the introduction by the Warlock, cast and crew interviews. There's a interview with the super fan Douglas Waltz, which is kind of cool, or not kind of cool. It is cool. He breaks out the old puppets that he has. I think he had 2 of them, if memory serves me correct. He had 2 of the Dingleberry puppets. Were just merely simple hand puppets that you could obviously see that every now and again you'll see like an arm or part of a hand moving the thing, which is very funny, very hokey as usual for the SOV stuff from Warlock, which all their stuff was SOV, I believe. I don't know. Somebody will have to inform me on that one. Jonathan Knight, you would know. Let me know, bud. Now, what is this one about? Basically, it's about these space turds that are looking for a planet, and they land on Earth, and they're hellbent on destroying the human race and creating basically a new home for their own, so they can make more Dingleberrys and more turds and that talk, all like in horribly bad stereotype to racialness. Like there's a fella in there that acts like Confucius. He has the Confucius, the mustache and all that going. The crazy eyebrows. There's also a girl one. There's a guy who speaks jive. And then there's one that sounds like a Jewish fellow. So if you are easily offended, don't watch it, because it's gonna hurt your little feelers, even though it's all a joke. Everybody, you need to take a step back sometimes and swallow your own pride and realize a lot of things in life are a joke, and when it comes into a film like this, you have to be so open-minded to realize that you're watching poop kill people. And now, this isn't the only feature I know of that is about killer poop. There is one called Monsturd, and that's Monsturd. Very funny one to watch as well. I want to double feature that with this one sometime. have a real shitty double feature. Haha, pun intended. So they end up on Earth, and this dude Quasar Felix, I believe, is what his name was. He's a larger man that has a Rod Stewart haircut, as they described it. He basically plays the whole come to Earth, blend in with the humankind, and get some humans on their side to basically to join forces together to stop this evil threat that has presented itself in front of them. Now, his character is very he's in it quite a bit. There's also a lot of familiar faces in there. One's from Death o' Lantern. We had Chip Rockwell and Candace Patterson and Anna Marie Nuovo. All three of them came back from Death o' Lantern, which was nice. There was some nice high-fiving for any of you that are fans of Chip Rockcastle. Yeah, that's such an awesome name. I like that. Which, by the way, all the names that are listed on this are all fake names. They're all pseudonyms. You can easily, with a click on the internet, you can find their real names, which is fun. The director is Chris Seaver, not Rudy Belafonte. So far, I'm really digging Chris Seaver's work. I hope I can see some more of his stuff in the future, and I know I will. Yeah. So there's this other character. There's one character in particular I wanted talk about, and this guy, he's a oh damn it, it's Robert De Niro and oh shoot, the karate guy, I forget his name, the one that's horribly bad, but Steven Seagal, and he does a mixture of both of them together, and he has the eyes, and he talks like this, and he calls people cunts and other horrible names, and talks about taking a dump and things like that. He's really funny. There's also Chris Seaver plays a character called Minty Dave, who watch for him. You can't miss him. Listen to his voice. It constantly the accent and the way he says it is constantly changing, which cracks me up. They do point that out in the special features. At least Chris does in his cast and crew interview on there, which he has both a modern one and an older one. So that's kind of cool to compare and contrast between both of those. So you can see that in there as well. Minty Dave, funny character. There's the nerdy girl who goes out and redoes her look, and she tries to become the hot party cool in girl. There's the goofy girl that played the redhead girl from that was Candace Patterson. She's got it rocking a nice side ponytail, and she's she plays that same cliche lead of the pack horror movie group as she did in Death o' Lantern. And then you got Chip Rockcastle in there playing his exact role. Anna Marie Nuovo is the one that she's the nerdy girl who tries to make herself cool and all of that. There's a magical scene where she switches and you realize that she has some very big chesticles, which it's one of those things you don't realize until you see somebody with their shirt off. Granted, you don't see her boobs, but you see them in a bra, and it's just like, holy moly. All right, guys. I could talk on forever and ever about this one. That's how much I like it. Let's just get down into the ratings of things on the technical side, which is not the reason why you watch any of these Warlock films. They're technically nightmares. but they are super duper entertaining. So as far as a technical side, it's only going to get a one or two. You know, it's not really anything that's gonna make you jump up and down and say Oscars for technical aspect of like editing or cinematography or acting or anything of that nature, screenwriting and all that. Best foreign picture. No, I'm just kidding. It wouldn't be foreign. So it's like I'm gonna give it a 2 on that. It's very fun. As far as the entertainment side goes, this is a solid 5 on the Richter scale. I can't get enough of the Dingleberrys. 7 out of 10 is pretty damn good in my opinion. That's it's. I stand by it. I stand by it. Change my mind if you don't like it. Change my mind. I doubt you can. All right, guys, I love your faces as always. I got another one from sovhorror.com tomorrow, one that I've been wanting to check out as well. It's not part of the Warlock franchise. It's part of stuff that they released before they started releasing those. So do look out for that one tomorrow. It's one that's full of blood and boobs. Lots and lots of boobs. All right. Peace as always, guys.